Sports 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. Happy hump day. Happy hump day.
It is what it is.
Sound like you talking in a can or something now.
It can't.
Huh?
There's no way that's possible.
Okay.
It's Rico's fault if it is, because we haven't sounded like a can. Nothing's changed.
I have done nothing different than what I normally do.
What's that?
That sounds better. There you go.
Hey,
What about now?
I feel like it's when you back off the mic. Yeah, I feel like it's when you back off the mic a little bit. I don't know.
What mic?
Do you have a mic?
No, it's all part of the camera that I went.
Part of your camera? So it's the echo of the room.
Oh my word.
Man, you
I
gotta
did
put
not
some
know you got in here. It's gonna be so difficult.
Hey, he's telling you what's right. You gotta
I'm trying to help you.
you
It's
gotta-
It's better for the sound quality if you do get a microphone. You plug that in and use the microphone instead of the microphone on the camera.
Let me say this, Rico. You haven't been in that seat on this show in how long?
In a while.
Okay. We haven't had any problem.
I don't know I don't know how to help you. I did everything how I normally do it and how how we do it.
You gotta put some. You gotta get it like a studio, man. You gotta put some egg carton.
There you
things
go.
on there. Staple them to
cartons
the
on the
wall.
walls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
staple them to the wall.
Some soundproofing.
Soundproof it.
Nah.
You
It
know
ain't.
what I'm saying?
I got an echo.
Hey, man,
You have an echo?
Yes.
this is D, man.
I don't know.
I can hear an echo when I speak. There's an echo on my side, and I know there's no way that it can be an echo on my side if you're screaming from there.
Well, we're not getting an echo. I'll check the stream. We'll see if there's an echo on the stream.
I don't know. This Mister. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Creighton Blue Jays versus the Nebraska Cornhuskers in baseball.
Oh yeah, gave it up at the end.
Gave it away. That was disappointing.
I told you.
Listen.
You gotta soundproof your room.
Let me
man.
ask you a question. How many outs was it?
I think it was one, wasn't it?
Tie. Bottom of the what?
Ninth, seventh, whatever they go to the ninth.
You can't lose that game. Those are the ones that destroyed the team. Those. Marcus coming in on the business. I don't know. I hope it's not on my side. I'm still being like normal. Camera's good. But I am getting an echo. You getting the echo? Terrell?
Not getting the echo, but I could just tell you're talking a little different. I mean, it's
Okay. Sounds better. I don't have an echo.
yeah. When you sit up close, you're good.
No, I ain't sit up close. I'm back here. I'm up here. It doesn't matter. I don't have an echo.
Mute your site.
Okay.
Nope. Unmute your mic.
Yep. This is what you call on-air technical difficulties, fixing it on the fly. It sounds good to me on my end now. I don't have any echo. Whatever Mark did, maybe
Rilo what Rilo brought you, man? What he brought you that you hooked up to that camera?
Man, who the heck is Rollo?
You know that man. You be buying all that stuff from him in the van.
Who is it? What man? I've been looking for Rollo. Rollo ain't been around. What do you think happened to Rollo?
I don't know.
Rollo been missing in action, man.
I got a question for you, man.
What?
I was having a good talk with a friend. I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but we was talking about potato salad, and this guy told me, like, oh man, I love raisins in my potato salad. I say, what? Do you like raisins in your potato salad?
Negative, Ghost Rider. No
How many
raisins.
people out there? How many people out there in the captain's land like raisins in their potato salad?
Raisins. What about you, Rico? You like a raisin guy in a potato salad?
I like raisins, but I don't eat potato salad, but I would not put them together anyways.
Why not?
Why wouldn't I, or why don't I eat potato salad?
Do you eat raisins?
I do eat raisins.
You don't eat potato salad?
No, I do not.
Why not?
I don't like potato salad.
Is it the mayo?
Maybe. I don't know. Just not a fan.
Okay.
Just my preference.
Hey, look, we didn't ask where Bach was today, man.
Bach's at the doctor with little Bach.
That's right. Y'all didn't say, we didn't say anything like Bach will be back.
Bach's out. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bach being at the doctor with the little guy. You know, fathers taking sons to the doctor. That's a special moment. You can't miss those.
Yeah, he must get in the shot since Bach got to take it. We got to hold him down.
I hope little Bach ain't got to get the COVID shot already.
I'm just saying a shot in general. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to hate shots when I was little.
Dude, getting little kid shots is the worst.
I hated.
You feel like you betrayed them.
Yeah,
because they're just like, they look at you and the needle goes in and their eyes get real big and you're like, I'm so sorry.
You're supposed to protect me, Daddy.
I'm so sorry.
You're supposed to protect me.
You feel so bad. They start crying. You're just holding them. You're like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so listen. It's
Why
spring.
would you do this to me?
Yeah, I want a Nintendo game. I want some pizza. I want some ice cream.
We'll go get whatever you want right now. We'll go get some food right now.
Okay, so spring game. Is today day 2 of practice? The second
3.
practice? Third practice today?
Third practice, yeah.
And how many practices? 14 practices?
I believe so.
Okay. So day 3.
Mm-hmm.
Spring practice.
Day 3 and pro day.
Pro day. I'm more interested in pro day. Adrian Martinez. Where do we think he's going to get drafted?
Is he coming to this?
Prolific passer in Nebraska football history.
Is he coming to this pro day?
Why would he
come here?
I don't know.
Why would he come?
More scouts at this one than Case. Well, the Big 12's doing their own. They're doing like the whole. All of them are doing a pro day together, I think. So,
bro, why would Adrian Martinez come here and do a pro day?
You're closer to him than us, Rico.
Because
so
he graduated from here. It's his alma mater, and it's a good place to do a pro day.
No, he's
excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
He would never come back here unless he's standing on the field getting something retired or something. I'll tell you that.
What I don't understand. What are you guys both talking about now? Because he transferred to K-State.
That is true.
Yeah, you think we're gonna give a K-State?
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro.
He holds records.
I don't care. It's a wrap. That he will forever be in the record book.
He'll be broken in 2 years.
So we would never welcome him back.
No, why would we?
Well, because he went here for 4 years.
He went on to take K-State to a bowl game. I'm glad that he did that, and I'm all for him. I hope that he gets a shot in the NFL. But as far as him being a Husker, dude, could you imagine Adrian Martinez in that offense last year?
It would have been nice.
It would have been nice. So he abandoned us when we needed him most.
No, he can come back. He can come back. He can come back and visit when Frost come visit. All right, them two right there, they can come visit.
They need to be on the same plane together.
Yeah,
whenever they
at the same time. Won't be the happiest fans in the world. Then I tell you that. That's probably.
I'm sure stuff
on the field.
I'm sure they'd welcome him back.
You give me my money back.
I'm
Let
sure
me
they
ask you a question. Do you actually think now Nebraska fans are the best fans, so there's a possibility. But with Coach Rule, do you actually think if they said, "Hey, welcome back," former head coach Scott Frost, that the crowd would go bananas?
Well,
I was talking about Adrian.
Well,
not Scott. I don't know.
Well, you got to put national championship quarterback.
Yeah, I don't.
Excuse me. I said when I started that, I said the fans here are great, so there's a percentage of chance that they'll give them a pass. But if they announced it, former head coach, and didn't put former national champion on it, because now I think he fades to he's not Scott Frost standalone champion. He's now Scott Frost part of the 1997 championship team.
You got to separate the art from the artist. So it's player Scott and coach Scott.
Yeah, we don't want the 7-29 Scott or whatever his record was. We want the 97.
So
Scott.
people would cheer for Scott in terms of him, being the quarterback of the 97 national championship team, but in terms of head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, Scott Frost, that's different. So if they just said, so like you said, if they just said, welcome back, former head coach Scott Frost, I think there would be a smattering of boos and cheers just because some people would be like Scott Frost and they would think of him as the player and be like, yeah, thank you for all that. And some people would be like, they said head coach, former head coach. No, this was terrible.
You owe me some money.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
It would be mixed feelings.
I don't listen. I think his coaching
from the state of Nebraska.
I think his coaching pedigree outweighs now his playing pedigree because you can't be. Of course I do. Because you can't, you now can he redeem himself as a coach? Absolutely. He can learn from the things that he went through at Nebraska to help him with his next job. So he knows the do's and the don'ts. But as far as his career at Nebraska, I think his coaching career outweighs his playing career because Scott transferred back. He only played for 2 years. Now we won a championship, but we won a championship in 97 because of the team. I think more so because Grant Wisham and Jason Peter came back. You take those two pieces from that football team, we're probably an 8-4 team.
Who's
the
quarterback if Scott's not there?
Frankie London or Monte Cristo. We wouldn't have won if Scott was.
I would say, do you win if Scott's not there?
No, we don't win if Scott wasn't there. No, we do not. I don't think so because here's where I can't say that because Scott he wasn't the best thrower.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you go 8 for 20, that's not a good, but if you rush for 400 or 500 yards, it doesn't matter what you throw for. If you throw for 150 yards and so your total offense is over 600 yards or whatever the case may be, who cares what you threw for? If you look at total offense, you ain't going to go look at, well, what was the pass? Now, somebody like us, we would break it down, but overall, come on, man.
Scott off the text line.
I'm just saying, I think Scott was a good quarterback for us on a great team. Mm-hmm. That's what you have to build. That's what Coach Rule has to build, a team. Guess what? Guess what, Rico? I'll put it to you a different way. What is DP building?
A great team, a great station overall, with a bunch of great pieces.
Thank you. Chess pieces.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's the same thing. You gotta build your team. People get better. Terrell is better today. Terrell, how long has it been since you've been on the radio?
About a year.
It has not been a year. No. Yeah. You have not. It's not been a year.
It's been less than a year.
Yeah, probably
way less than a year. You didn't get on until the season started about.
Yeah.
So when the season, maybe like a month before the season started?
Yeah, so like 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost. Yeah, you're close.
Yeah.
Terrell is better now. Terrell is better now than he was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Right? Rico, you're better now than when you started. So it's about development of people. It's about getting people to be able to work together in a cohesive group. and us knowing each other, knowing how to play off of one another and doing that. And you could only get that by spending time with each other, like we do on the show. Even though it's you, Rico, you're in the office, so we know Rico. We know what Rico is capable of.
Scott off the text line said, "Remember, I'm a winner." He said, "Don't you be talking about me, Willis." Scott Frost.
Hey, I'm telling you, I love that dude already. You know what I'm saying? Anybody listen, you got to be able to take it if you can give it.
So I guess in terms of separating the player and the coach, that's kind of like a same question at Georgetown with Patrick Ewing. His tenure as the head coach at Georgetown wasn't the greatest, but I'm sure the university will still welcome him back as the former player and give him his cheers and his props there. So, I mean, that would be the same with Scott Frost, where, in terms of his coaching career, I don't think people are the happiest with it, but they can separate it. And I think that the playing career and what Patrick Ewing did at Georgetown, what Scott Frost did at Nebraska still holds enough weight that there is a way to separate it and still cheer for him for what he accomplished as a player.
Bro, have you ever got cut before? Have you ever had a deep cut wound?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Did that wound heal in a month?
No. Well, I'm not saying right away.
Well, listen.
You didn't say when they would.
Like they tell, like an old police officer friend girl of mine told me. I was going through a breakup, and she asked me. She said, "Well, how long have you guys been dating?" And I was like, 7 years. And she said, "Well, that's how long it's going to take you to get over her." I was like, "No!" But she was right. My focus, it takes a while to get over a bad breakup. Scott Frost was a bad breakup. It was no different than Riley, except for when you are inside the room and you're one of our own, so to speak, and you do something different than what the blueprint has been. Listen, Matt Rhule is accepting everything from Coach Osborne that he can instill from Coach Osborne. I respect that. I respect that that he's having a round table with Coach Osborne. I respect that. If there's a legend that's living, why wouldn't you have him in the room in the stadium that he built? Or, my bad, Coach Devaney, he helped build. He turned into the Taj Mahal of football. Nobody alive, for the most part, that's 50 and under remember the Devaney years. There's not one person that's 50 and below that can tell you that they was watching football when Devaney was coaching. But there's a lot of people 50 and below can tell you about Coach Osborne. Now, if the younger generation doesn't go back and watch what everybody is screaming about, the 90s, these championships, the best team in 1995, as Bach says, but you never go back and watch why we were champions, how do you know? What made us champions? How could you explain that to somebody? Crickets.
Oh, are you at? I thought you were still going.
No, there's a definitely distinct pause in the action.
You paused it the other time. All right. You do have the history, like you said, you just have to go back and watch and find out how Nebraska built itself up to become what it was. But there are other not other ways. When you look at those 90s teams, even without knowing, if you don't go back and watch the history of the 60s and the Devaney years, you can go and you can see how Coach Osborne built up this team from when he took over until he started winning those national championships, and the toughness he instilled and the determination and everything that those teams had. And I mean, you could go back to the year that you guys lost to Florida State, and the year before you won the national championship, and the resolve that team took from losing that game and vowing to not let that happen again. And that is also a point of building for those national championships.
Well, let me ask you this, and then Terrell, I'll let you go. But Rico, so having all these former Huskers be around, right? You're a producer.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting stories. You're getting off-air stories. You're getting to know guys from an intimate level that play for Nebraska football. So would you say that you have more of a understanding of what Nebraska football was in the 90s?
Yeah.
What year were you born?
I was born in 93.
Perfect. Same year as my daughter. So from 93 to 95, even though it might have been embedded in you, wouldn't, or from 93 to 97, the 5 years that I was in school, you wouldn't have remembered those championships.
No.
Right. So
no, my first like kind of memories of Nebraska football, unfortunately, 2001. The like my first was like the beatdown in the national championship game.
Yeah, Miami game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I just think with the coaching job that he did at the University of Nebraska, it would be hard. Like probably D-Ron says, Scott Nebraska citizenship has been revoked. So, you know, I think the football aspect of it from coaching wise would probably hurt his homecoming because these people were not happy with Scott.
No.
I mean, he left with rumors. It was rumors every year, you know, especially the last 2 years, you know, and I don't know if that one national title can erase all the damage he just did to us by what his coaching career at Nebraska was.
There's a lot of bad feelings even from the playing career because he didn't choose Nebraska first and then he transferred back. And then, you know, the 96 when what was that, Arizona State, right?
Yeah.
That loss, like that one stings a little bit more. And then you get the national championship and then you get the coaching, you know, decisions and everything that he decided and all everything there. So there's a lot. I feel like, you know, you have the national championship, you have those good memories from 97, and you have, you know, the homecoming of the native son and all that and all these good things, but there's also a lot of negativity.
And I think that's a poll we should probably take one day. You know, how much of his coaching hurts his real legacy at Nebraska. So you got to ask that question right there. I mean, on the field.
Scott, you listen, as a player, I respect Scott as my quarterback. Right? I will defend Scott tooth and nails as my quarterback out there, period, point blank. I helped encourage Scott to be the quarterback that he was, even through his struggles. So I will go to battle with him any day of the week as my quarterback because he's tough as nails. It will give you everything he got. I've watched the tape. You have never, Tommy's done it on a couple occasions, but you have never seen a quarterback block on the same play. As he either most of the times handed the ball off, he's blocking. So I respect the Scott Frost as a player a ton, not as much as a coach, but I think he's got a chance to rewrite history for himself and come back better than ever if he learns from the good, the bad, and the ugly of coming back to the alma mater. I think he can use it as energy. Throw it the break, Black Shirt.
All right, we're at the ticket, 93.7. I'm the Black Shirt, Terrell Farley, and I got the Captain, Rashawn Johnson, and I'm with
Rico.
All right, take us out of here, guy.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
You were almost home when suddenly you find yourself battling off the germs that cause sore throats. Luckily, you've been training for this moment by staying up to date on vaccinations, washing your hands, disinfecting surfaces at home, and avoiding touching your face. And thanks to the great tips at catchgoodhealth.org, you're on your way to being the very best at staying well. Don't let the Pikachu damage your health this cold and flu season. Instead, start your training today at catchgoodhealth.org.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batsterats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $10 off any athletic shoes $105 and under, and get $15 off any shoe over $105. Choose from respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, On, and 361 Running. And don't forget the trendy Hey Dudes. A new shipment just arrived for the season. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
It's good looking. It's a good looking team.
Yeah, very good looking team.
Capel. Is it Capel?
Capel.
Jeff.
Capel. Capel's a comedian.
That's Chappelle.
Chappelle. Same
Okay,
thing.
so now we got Dave Chappelle.
Dave Capel.
Jeff Capel.
I've never heard of Capel, the comedian. What is wrong with you?
Right. We went in a matter of seconds. We went Jeff Capel to Dave Capel.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody said on him, BJ, hey, when is Scott Frost Day again?
April 22nd.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it is, because they're gonna look at a picture of Scott Frost before they go out there and do battle. and say, okay, that's in out with the old, in with the new, and improve stirs that's willing to smack you in your mouth, sock you when they get a chance to, double you, do all of the nasty things you can do within the constraints of the game.
Hey, what Byron says.
I don't care what Byron says, and you stop reading stuff.
Hey, I'm just doing my job, man.
That
Hey,
ain't your job on the Captain Show.
You ain't on. You cannot hear.
Look, when you black it out, guess what? On the blackout show, then you can read all the ones you want to.
Hey, you will never be a guest. You will never be a guest. I would never have. If I do get a show, you would never come on there. I will mute your mic the whole show.
Well, you did.
You just got a picture. You got a picture.
I was furious.
Yeah.
See, you something else. Now here I am trying to create. I done almost created a whole show for you, and then you turn off the other little Husker maniacs to go bad on me. The blackout show. You can do whatever you want to. Talking about what Byron says. You read the last time. Talking about what Byron says. Byron don't get no burn. I'm gonna read Burnt Cheese. He talking stuff. Burnt Cheese says this is normal sound when VJ is in the blue room.
It's been in the blue room now because
yeah.
No, that was dirty right there. That's
low down. If I'm gonna take the shot, it's gonna be because I want to take the shot.
Hey, this is what you should do one day. You should open the show up with a Creighton T-shirt on in the blue room. Have it blue.
Listen. First of all, blue's not my color. Okay, that I'm a Husker. I was a Packer. What color are the Packers?
Green and yellow.
I was I'm talking the South High Packers, sir.
Well,
it was red and white. Nebraska, red and white. Kansas City Chiefs, red and white.
What school?
Seattle Seahawks.
What color in high school again?
I wasn't there long, huh?
What's your mascot in college? I mean, high school.
It was a Packer.
Okay.
You know what a Packer is?
It
was the bull. It was the bull with the horn, but it was the Packers. They call it a Packer, packing house. You know what I'm saying?
I was a Cherokee.
I bet. Yeah. Professor Rick, thank you. Hughes is good now. Thank you, Rick. Henry says good. Henry says VJ sounds horrible. Cut his mic. Hey, Bob. See, that's what happened when you don't show up. Rico get a chance to take a shot at me.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that. It sounded good on the radio. I guess it wasn't on the stream.
Nah, it was echoing on the stream, so I don't know what happened. So H for H says this. I'll give each of you $1 million to bet on where Dylan Raiola goes to college. Who do you put your money on? Hold on before y'all answer. 8992, show the $1 million. Because I can guarantee you show me the $1 million, I'm really going to stand on him going to Nebraska. Whose arm do I got to break? I'm just kidding. I'm still saying he's going to Nebraska.
I would probably lean toward the Heisman maker, Lincoln Riley, in USC.
Black shirt?
Oh.
God. You know what? You are fired.
Oh, it's
ridiculous.
Okay. More Call of Duty time for me. You know what I'm saying? I need a break anyway.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You got Georgia underneath that shirt.
Me with a good time of Call of Duty. That's the one thing you can't do. Instead of 10 hours, that'll be 12 hours.
Hey, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I won't be on there with you ever in life.
That's okay, because everybody I killed, I'm probably gonna think it's you. So I'll just take it out on VJ.
Aren't you a little aggressive? Is it spring? Hey, is it spring ball?
Not the spring game, but it's spring ball.
Oh, okay. Because I was getting ready to say, with that brother-in-law deal that we had expired.
Yeah, because it expired yesterday when I beat you in the little 15 yards. So
what?
And then on top of that, I want revenge in knocker ball, and
Mm.
I just want you all
He's
together.
challenging you.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Rico.
myself now.
Rico.
I'm feeling myself today.
I hope you're feeding
Rico's
Rico.
not, that's Bach, sir. Bacalicious.
No, that's Rico.
That's Bach.
No, it's Rico because what you're talking about, he's got to be Rico to be listening to that.
I don't understand what you're saying, sir. First of
I'm
all,
simply saying that what you're talking about makes no sense whatsoever.
I mean, what you talking about? I mean, first of all, you talk about knockerball. It's not football. See, football is on a different field and stuff. But you know what? I'll take your knockerball challenge. You and Big Slim, because I'm coming for him too. That's gonna be like, you ever seen Popeye when Popeye was fighting that big man and he just and the whole statue fell with him. That's Big Slim.
Uh-oh.
That's Big Slim.
Let's go, Big Slim.
Hey, powered
by
Bauer.
Yeah.
Also known as, hey, so listen, Pecan Pie says, ain't no normal man eating raisins in their damn tater salad. The American Nightmare says, no practice today. I thought because of pro day.
Bob,
Yeah.
You eat potato salad? I mean, raisins in your potato
I
salad?
really don't eat potato salad.
What's wrong with you guys?
Was that
Man,
mayonnaise and stuff in there?
That's
Yeah.
What is wrong with you guys?
Hey, you eat mayo on a sandwich?
I don't eat mayo on anything.
You don't?
Really?
You don't like mayo?
No.
On a cheeseburger? Homemade
No,
cheeseburger?
unless what do they mix it with? Maybe like cane sauce or you mix it with ketchup or something. I don't
Oh,
know. That sounds gross
that
too.
sounds
I
like
don't know.
something VJ do.
Yeah,
Oh,
they'd have to
Ketchup.
mix it up really well. I don't like mayonnaise.
You eat
Calm
steak
down, guys.
ketchup on your steak?
No.
Where's Rico at?
He's in the other room now.
Can you please get him back in there? Because you see what I asked him to load. Is that loaded up?
Our computer's not working too well, but let me.
Don't worry about it. We'll get
next
it
segment.
Okay. So we'll get back to you, Gus Mohawk. 6153 says, I'm not a huge Scott Frost fan, but there's no way we would have won a national championship without him. I think he was a better college quarterback than you're giving him credit for. Is he talking about you, Bach, or Black Shirt?
I didn't say anything about Scott Frost.
He talking about me. I thought I just reiterated before that Scott Frost, in my eyes, was the best quarterback. In my eyes, and that Husker football team, he was the best quarterback we had. Period. We believed in him. He believed in us. We got it done somehow, some way. Period. 96, you can kind of say, oh, he struggled, you know what I mean, for the most part in 96, but go look at the stats. We only lost 2 games in 96. Arizona State, Texas game. Texas game, I'll be the first to admit, I blew it in the Texas game. I dropped the pass in the end zone in the Texas game. Big 12 championship game. Trick off.
I don't know. It's kind of hard because being shut out by Arizona State, that's oh boy.
That was a tough loss, but I mean Scott Frost won a national championship.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard when you score 77 on them one year and the next year you get blanketed. So and that defense wasn't that great. I don't think
Which defense?
Arizona State.
Nah, but again, when you miss a key piece of the team, now let's not throw out Black Shirt for a minute. Okay, throw out the Black Shirt defense, throw out Terrell Farley for a minute. When you take out a piece of that team, which was Terrell Farley, because the games we lost, Terrell wasn't there.
Right? Well, there's one thing I can say now about Nebraska, VJ. We supposed to score more than 21 points. So to be
more than 0,
that's for sure.
I'm not blaming you. I didn't say it was your fault. I said
I'm not saying that. There's a lot more blame to go around and just
there's a bunch of us.
I don't know when the last time we've been physically shut out like that. Besides nowadays,
that's the last time Nebraska's been shut out, 1996.
Yeah,
it's Arizona State. Hasn't happened since. Thanks to Bill Callahan's field goal at the end against Oklahoma in 2003.
I mean, but what's worse? Tell me what's worse: getting bombed at home 50-something to 20, or losing on the road 19-0.
Probably losing on the road. You're right. You're right.
No, it's not.
You'd rather lose on the road. You'd rather get blown out at home.
Oh, right. No. Okay, so we're agreeing. Right. Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah. No. I said what's worse though. What's worse is getting blown out at home. Some of the stuff what's worse is giving up 300 yards, rushing to a guy and putting him in the first round, and the guy not lasting 6 games in the league, and we ain't even heard from him really.
Well, 400 yards.
I don't. Listen, we've given up. All you got any Wisconsin running back in the last 15 years.
Well, we're obviously the Nebraska program has not been anywhere close to where they were, in the mid 90s. So there's plenty of losses to pile up, but that's the gravity of that Arizona State loss. That's what made. I mean, if that happened in today's game, it's just another loss. It's just like, okay, well, and back then that was huge.
Well, yeah, but you can't win the game and have 6 turnovers.
Yeah,
that's impossible. Listen, 6 turnovers, a pick 6, a safety, and I think a fumble recovery. I don't even know if they scored. If they scored once in that game. So Terrell's right. It had nothing to do with the defense. Without the defense, we would have got crushed. Offense could not get anything going from start to finish in that game. And I remember that game like it was yesterday because there was a lot of guys that had the potential to play that was on the bench that did not play on offense. Might have been on special teams, but they weren't playing on offense. After that game, there's a bunch of us playing. I say us because I was one of the us. So that led me to believe that Coach Osborne saw the need to say, if these guys can't get it done, we need to put some guys in front of them on offense that can. So I'd agree with you on that, Black Shirt. It had nothing to do with. I'm telling you, I literally think we gave up at least. I know we gave up 8. It was 19-0, so I don't particularly remember, but I know that if they score 1 touchdown, I would be shocked. I'm on offense. If they score 1, I don't believe they did. They might have got 1.
I think Keith Poole scored on a pass play. I'm not for sure though.
I think so too. I think they scored 1. But other than that, the defense did what the defense was supposed to do the entire game. The offense, we couldn't get past the 50-yard line. And when we did, guess what we did? We turned the ball over. We audibled into plays that necessarily weren't good plays. And we beat ourselves. The same thing we've been seeing for years and years and years. But the thing that we did that this team needs to do is learn from that. Did Scott still turn the ball over? Absolutely. Did we turn the ball over as a team? We did, but not as much as we did in that Arizona State game.
Well, it's also worth noting, too, that Arizona State team was probably the best Arizona State team of all time, or right up there with it. They were 11-0 going into the Rose Bowl and barely lost to Ohio State. Otherwise, they could have been national champions that year. The other thing that I wanted to point out, Phil Snow, I've said this before, but Phil Snow, the defensive coordinator in that game for Arizona State, longtime Matt Rule defensive coordinator, and something that maybe doesn't get, I don't know if I would say that, he went with Tony White, and Phil Snow's getting older. I don't know if he even has a landing spot. But when you think about Matt Rule, Phil Snow was right there by him. I mean, throughout his Temple, Baylor, and Carolina. So there's what you see with Matt Rule's resume, it's all been with Phil Snow, and now he's breaking away from it.
Yeah, well, only time will tell how they accept the new rule, and the new rule is the new playbook. The new rule is the new defensive scheme, 3-3-5. The new rule is whatever new offense that we haven't seen that they're going to put in, which if I'm predicting, it'll be a pro style offense predominantly. Meaning we will come out in a I-back formation. We will come back in a 2-back formation. So basically, what would we call that? 12 personnel. So basically, you're going to have a fullback, tailback. You'll have a tight end and 2 receivers. So 12 personnel. Okay. So that's what I think.
That's what you think?
Yeah, I think that'll be the base set. Out of that, you can do all. again, turn the tape on and go back and watch you would think that every play we was lining up in double tight ends in the wishbone and just smashing people. That is not what we did in the 90s. Coach Osborne was in shotgun, in trips, in spread formation, in ace formation, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. We talking 4 wides when we go shotgun. And he was running out of those sets as well.
Yeah.
What?
Let me ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is Coach Matt Rhule main forte on the field? What position wise does he, Coach Osborne was he was really a quarterback person, but he ventured everywhere. But I'm just saying, what was, like.
Yeah, I mean, he's an overarching coach. I mean, he's kind of the CEO coach, so he doesn't necessarily have a position that you're just going, that's his rock. It's supposed to be everything. So
he's the boss.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but
he don't have a position.
It's like Bill Belichick is
over everything.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to ask you a question. You're not getting it. So if you let me say it first, then you can answer it. I said, like Bill Belichick, he's a defensive guru. Like Tony, what's his name from the Steelers? He's a defensive guy. Andy Reid, he's an offensive guru. That's my question.
What side of the ball is he going to predominantly be on?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, no side of the ball. He's going to be the head coach of everything.
Okay, so
he's going to walk around. You know what T.O. did? T.O. was with the quarterbacks too sometimes, but T.O. was with every position. He was with the tight ends and the D ends. When we would go one-on-ones, the acting quarterback was T.O.
Well, he actually called the plays too, so, he's more of an offensive guru.
I'd agree with that. I don't know I can't tell you what Coach Rhule is. I guess we need to go and watch some Carolina or some Baylor and kind of see what he came through the ranks. But I would think that he would be, from what I got from him, because you always say we 2 peas in the pod, car salesman. You're right. From what I gather that every position he feels responsible for. He has hired people to coach those positions.
I'll find out that.
All right, good. Me too. Power.
Bye.
Bauer.
We'll be right back. 93.7, the Captain.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batsterats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Guys, when I first started with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, I weighed in at over 300 pounds. Now, less than a year later, I'm under 200 pounds for the first time since high school. I'm stronger, I'm healthier, and it all began with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and guided nutrition coaching to help you reach your fitness goals. Their next 10-week challenge begins on April 8th. If you're wanting to change your life like I have, head to theticketfm.com and click on Enroll Now on the homepage. Plus, get a promo code for a discount just for ticket listeners. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Can you believe all the empty car lots in Lincoln? How can they survive? Well, they are surviving by charging way too much and making you believe there are no cars available. Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto. I'm here to tell you that they are full of bull stuffing. Come out to Price Right in Westo and you'll find over 100 great vehicles at some great prices. We won't let you get a lemon since we back every one of our vehicles with our Peace of Mind 3-month warranty. If you want a hassle-free car buying experience, check out our website, PriceRightAuto.com. Come see a great selection of affordable used cars on Westo Street at Price Right Auto.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Areas of fog this morning, then becoming partly sunny with a high of around 53 and north-northeast wind at around 10 to 15. Overnight increasing cloud cover. Could see some showers move into the region late. A low down to around 33. Mostly cloudy and cooler tomorrow with a high of 49. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket. It's the captain. We rolling on another show. First hour about done. Fast 2 hours in radio. You guys are funny in Tex country in the captain's land. So it's like this, Jeremy the Grill Master says. We can't hate on Scott. The experiment didn't work. Almost every single Husker fan was on board with hiring him, including me. It didn't work. We don't hate. We just move on. We're not hating. We're just talking about it. I think it deserves to be talked about. You know, you can't rewrite history. It's a part of Nebraska history that there was some good stuff that Scott brought to the table, I think. I think the offense played well. They could have played better, but if you want to take one good, decent piece, I thought offensively he was always pretty good for the most part.
I think the best part of the Scott Frost era was that when we lost, it was at least close. I mean, I'm serious. I don't.
The best part of the Scott Frost era is over.
Well, yeah.
That's the
There's
best
a whole lot of redeeming qualities out of it, unfortunately.
And D-Ron says, no, Scott Frost Nebraska citizenship has been revoked. It's probably why he went and bought that $4 or $5 million house out there in Arizona.
I do say this.
Huh?
I do say this because, you know, I like acknowledging that the experiment didn't work. The next time you have a national champion coach of the year that just went 12-0, hire him again. Just because it didn't work this time doesn't mean that doesn't, that makes sense. And you're not going to get that opportunity very often.
Bro, that was a de facto national championship. I can't believe you would even count that.
I didn't say national. I said coach of the year.
Coach of the year. But they won the coach of the year. They won the coach of the year because he went undefeated.
Yeah.
That's why he won coach of the year. That was the only really accolade. They didn't. That was the best accolade that they can give a person who went undefeated. I get that. Guess what he should have did? Defended that. I don't know if now that time was the time because he had a team full of athletes that listened to him. Here was a complete rebuild where he had to go from whatever he has been used to because he was successful at Oregon before he went there. That's why he got the job. So everybody, including myself, felt like if you brought his innovation with what he learned being at Oregon, what he learned being at FAU or wherever it was, Florida Atlantic, wherever it was, okay, then he would bring that back, mix that with the old school Nebraska way, and it would be dominant to anybody. But the part that he failed to do is the coaching piece and the physical piece. Okay, let's back up. The physical piece first. You forgot that Nebraska was a physical football team? No, Scott Frost is the most physical quarterback in the history of Nebraska football, in my opinion. Based on film, not based on emotions, not based on stats, not based on championships. I'm talking about actual game work. Seeing Scott Frost cut people, seeing Scott Frost go block. He wasn't blocking like a quarterback would block, he blocked and throwing his whole body into it. As a coach, he failed miserably. But he's still Scott the player. He's still Scott the human being. And I think he'll get another opportunity to right the ship in his life as far as coaching goes.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Cheeseburger, scarlet and cream, VJ, not red and white. I'm colorblind. We got to keep it simple, stupid. Red and white. I can't get the reds. The reds. It's
called the scarlet and cream game or the red and white game?
Huh?
It's not called the scarlet and cream game. It's the red white game. The spring.
Yeah,
game.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Come on, cheeseburger.
But it is scarlet. It is scarlet and cream.
It is scarlet and cream, though. Yeah. The shades of red and white.
I get that, but I'm just simply saying that it's the red and white game.
So Nebraska citizen, you should know that.
No, it's red and white. I don't say the scarlet and cream, sir.
Why not?
It's like, have you read Scarlett's letter? Never.
What
about
did
you?
No.
Have you heard of Scarlett's letter?
I've heard of it, but I couldn't give you too much more information on it.
Black shirts, you heard of Scarlett's letter?
No.
Really? That sucks. I thought you guys were well educated.
Well, is that a Nebraska thing?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they down south. We don't learn about Nebraska like that in our
then you can't tell me nothing about no red and white. It's red and white. That's my opinion. Just like the red and white game. No man, and it's Husker red. How about I say that? Whatever Husker red is, if that's scarlet, fine. But I'm not saying scarlet and white. I'm saying Husker red and white or red and white. No man can have an opinion on another man's food choice if he eats steak with ketchup.
Did you try that ketchup seasoning? I'm interested in that.
Absolutely not. I haven't been bold enough to do it yet. No.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nyla, but I don't know what I'm going to put it on first. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll try it in a burger.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
See what that is. You might be onto something, Nyla. Ketchup flavor. The burger without ketchup on it. I don't know what you would call it. Clantonia John said, devil egg potato salad is the best. Absolutely. Bones. Starting to sound like we need to put a WWE ring outside the station for VJ in the black shirt.
Nobody's scared of the VJ. How about we just buy our own what's them bouncy balls again? Why don't we just buy our own set?
Oh, you want a knocker ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm retired from all physical contact.
That was your retirement match, was the last knocker ball
That's
match.
it. Yeah. I'm retired. I'll go out on that win. I dominated All-American. Go figure. Jason Grant Wistrom, go figure. Yeah, we battled my whole career.
Do you think you'd beat him in knocker ball?
Huh?
You think you'd beat Grant in knocker ball?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh,
man, VJ probably gonna beat about 10 out of 100 people in knocker ball. Don't sit there.
Grant, hey, but listen. Grant is in shape, but
yeah,
the heart of a champion should never cower. You should never say, if I'm gonna compete. Now, I ain't if I feel like I can't win, guess what I'm gonna do, Bob? I'm not playing knocker ball. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't lose that way.
You ever heard of selling wolf tickets? That's what he doing.
Well, one thing for sure, two things for certain. The eye in the sky don't lie.
Well, you know what, VJ? I will not give you a victory for something that we didn't try hard on. So you will never catch me lagging again. I promise you that.
So I'm glad that I was able to make sure that you
You
always.
taught me. You taught me a lesson. You taught me a lesson at 47.
Yeah.
Never keep your guard down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I let it down.
Hey, it's the number one rule of boxing. Protect yourself at all times.
Well,
you didn't do that. You let your guard down and you got smashed, and I blew your legs from underneath you. I blew you off your feet and your legs went dead.
I actually got smashed in the football game, but I got right back up and I kept running.
Yo, you didn't want no more at the knocker ball. You was like, get me out of here.
You ever had the swinging gate? Somebody do the swinging gate on you?
Ooh, no, I've never had that done on me, but I've seen it done.
It happened to me in a game.
Wow.
And I bounced right back up and kept running.
They all smashed you. How many of them got you? About 3 or 4 of them?
No, just one. I didn't know. I didn't see him coming.
Oh, he blindsided you.
Yeah, he blindsided me.
He came from the other side of the field.
Yep. I didn't see him coming. But I kept running. It was like, keep running.
So you could blame my coaches for that because I was always that guy.
Well, we wasn't playing each other, I tell you that.
No, I'm saying in Little League, I was always that guy that they was like, yeah, okay, for sure, you're going to start right here, but you're going to run all the way up and get number 32. That's where the sneakiness began, Little League. You know, because, you know, back then, if you got hit hard, you had to get your lick back or people was going to laugh at you. 2895 says, we will be forever in debt to Frost. Because of him, we got 34 for Sean Jackson. And we're powered
by
Power
infrastructure,
Power
underground
excavating.
We will be right.
Ball.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
If you're not sure what your evening plans are and want to change things up, look no further than Craft Axe Throwing. Whether for a date night, an evening with friends, or even a private party, you're sure to make memories at Craft Axe Throwing. Trained instructors help make things easy to understand, and a stock bar makes it a great hangout spot. With 13 throwing lanes, there's plenty of opportunity to reserve your spot today. Choose the Lincoln location at craftaxethrowing.com to book a lane or call 402-802-9696. Craft Axe Throwing at 18th and N. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Are you planting this spring? Make safety your priority. LES requires any landscaping or trees to be planted a safe distance from electrical lines and equipment to give crews safe access. Visit les.com/trees to learn more.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Jammer.
You need
Remember
to be
the camera machine?
You need to be working on that Nick race, VJ. You're getting close, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm exactly 30 days out. I got to get my body right.
I wouldn't worry about the upper body. I need to worry about the lower body.
I'm going to run the 400 today.
You gonna run it?
Oh, you going to?
Man, it's cold out there, man. Don't pull
It's
nothing.
okay. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna take my time. I'm just shooting for 2 minutes.
All right. Hey, Cam Newton, man. Did you see him?
I don't talk about no Cam Newton.
Why not?
For what?
He's NFL news. He's trying to make a comeback.
For what?
He want to play.
Man, he gotta stop the other stuff. He you play football. You can dress the way you want to dress when you get done and do all the other antics that you do. But
I don't think that has a factor to do with it. I just think that's pregame. A lot of players do pregame stuff like that. Joe Barrow does it. A lot of people do it. So, it's just a pregame ritual of how they dress. And I mean, I know he's a little overboard with it, but hey, the guy can play football though. He's still throwing it.
Just because you can throw don't mean you can play football. In the NFL.
Come on, VJ.
Who picked him up? Who's picked him up?
He's working out.
For?
He was at Auburn Pro Day yesterday.
He's at a pro day.
I bet he was at Auburn Pro Day.
Cam Newton is not better than half of the backups in the NFL.
What?
You can't tell me like that. You can't tell me that. You can't put that in my mind.
I agree with that, but maybe Cam Newton's salary says otherwise. If I can pay this guy $700,000 versus paying him $5 million, I'm gonna pay the guy $700,000. That's what happens in the league when you get to a certain status quo where you demand so much money. Unless Cam Newton's willing to play for minimum, which I can't see that when you play for hundreds, millions of dollars. I'm just saying, I think it's over with.
Well, if he's one of those guys that really truly love football, then maybe he would play. I mean, nobody ever said he wouldn't play for the league minimum.
Well, I mean, he's got a decision to make. There's some other leagues out there. He could be the star of the USFL or XFL, or he can be a backup in the NFL. But his time as, he's 33 years old, I believe. His time as like your quarterback in anything besides a stopgap or backup quarterback is probably past him. So, it's one of those kind of that ego check type of situation. He'd be a fine backup.
Yeah, he'd be great. But if that was the case, he'd be on somebody's team.
Yeah.
If they felt like, listen, there's a bunch of, I tell you, the one of the best backups who just slid under the red, he might still be in the league. What was the quarterback from Missouri? I don't know if it was Blaine Gabbert or the
Chase
guy
Daniel. That was the backup.
Chase Daniels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at Chase Daniels. But you know why? Because I guarantee you, Chase Daniels will go and he will transition into coaching. He had to be a coach in that room.
Yeah.
That's what kept Chase Daniels.
But
I don't know necessarily that Newton is teaching those young guys football. So that's the problem. Is do I want a cancer inside my locker room? Or someone that I deem I don't want, I take the cancer bug out. He's not a cancer.
Yeah, I was gonna question you about
that's just it. He's not a cancer. He could be a cancer though. Do I want any type of I can't think of the word I'm looking for besides cancer because that's such a good word because
flamboyant.
Yeah, I mean a guy that wants to get distraction.
Yeah.
I don't want a distraction. I want my guys thinking football. If I'm Coach Rule, I don't want anybody get out of line. It's on. Case in point, Grant and the defensive back.
Matt Rule did bring Cam Newton in to his team.
So,
well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he played last year, didn't he? Didn't he play last year?
It's 2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
So, what did he do?
Nothing. He went 0-5 as a starter.
Okay, so then that worked.
That doesn't speak on Cam Newton though. That speaks on the coaches now. It's a lot of things.
He had 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, that's why he's at the spot he is now, is because that Carolina stint didn't work out. He tried that stint with New England where he became their starter for that year.
Yeah, because he don't fit those type of teams' profile or what they, Cam Newton fits more of like what Doug Peterson is. I mean, what whoever's running Philadelphia Eagles. Like when they tell Jalen Hurts to take off. That's what's kind of offense that
He'd be
Cam
a good
Newton-
backup.
Yeah, he'll be a good backup for them because he likes to run. Now, if you're going to put him in a pro style offense where he's just going to pass, and don't have a chance to take off, you're not going to have effective Cam Newton. Now, you've seen when they did go to the what was it? What did they go to the Super Bowl or
the Eagles? Yep.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm talking about Cam Newton. He didn't go to the Super Bowl.
He did in 2015 as MVP year.
Okay, he was. You got to think this guy was an MVP.
Yeah,
it ain't like he's a scrub now.
Again, only thing I'm not calling him a scrub, but I think he's a great player, a good player, a player that can help a team in a backup role right now. And if he gets an opportunity, hopefully he's honed his craft in that he gets an opportunity to be a star again. But something in the NFL is holding them back from signing Cam Newton. Either money or the character that he is, that they don't necessarily want that character inside their locker room.
Well, he could have been hurt, could have had to heal
Has
up.
OBJ been signed?
No.
Same thing.
Well, he's going to get signed. He wants to. Now, that's the difference. He wants too much.
Now, he has come out and said he doesn't know where the $20 million thing came from. So
yeah, so
he
that's
probably is still demanding a good amount,
15.
but it's not.
Yeah,
you know, it's
like
not
15 ain't bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Odell, you're worth $2 million. You know.
I'm just simply saying that's what I'm trying to tell you is it get to the point where do I want a guy? Yeah, he might be a guy that can do great things for us, but then he might be a guy that might get suspended for 3 games. Or he might encourage a guy to do something dumb that he could get away with that you would never get away with because you ain't that guy.
Well, they're called grown men for something. They don't have to follow another grown man. I guess they're in the NFL and they know that what that stands for, not for long. So, you know, it's certain things they probably know what they can get away with and they can't.
Well, Cam Newton was also at the pro day recently. Quoted as saying that there's not 32, and I'm not saying the direct quote because there's an MF word in there, so I can't say that. There's not 32 quarterbacks better than me. That means that means his ego's not where it needs to be. He's still thinking he's one of the top, like a starter at the NFL. Again, at 33 years old, with the recent production that we've seen or lack thereof, you're not anybody's plan for the foreseeable future. You hardly even fit in as a stopgap option. Unless you're trying to sell tickets and are worth, and you think you're worth the distraction, but you're not taking Cam Newton to lead you on a playoff push or anything. So,
here's what I'm gonna say about this. He's probably better than that bottom
32 backups,
the bottom 12. But the question is, do 32 NFL teams want to mess with you? You know what I'm saying? That's the message. So, we said the same thing about the San Francisco quarterback, what he was doing with the what's his name?
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. With at that time there wasn't 32 quarterbacks better than him. For a guy to lead that team to a NFC championship, not to come back to play ever. Hey, same thing with Cam Newton. 2015-14 NFL Player of the Year, went to the Super Bowl, might not ever play again.
But that's the fact of what I'm trying to tell you is you can say whatever you want about Cam Newton, think what he want about himself, but all 32 teams passed on you, not as a starter. They passed on you as a backup. You got to accept that. It's over. Now you might get an opportunity later on playoffs if you put yourself. Stop talking. See, all of that talking. Unless you're talking some facts on what you're going to do to get better and then actually going out there and doing it, it's just talking.
Well, if I was him, I'd just retire. You got enough money, you made millions. Hey, it's time to sit down and relax.
Yeah, he still likes the eyes on him. That's why I say the XFL, USFL thing.
I don't think he ever goes.
I don't think he will either.
They don't have a grandfather clause to play him that much. Mm-hmm.
They don't got enough money to pay him. What do you mean? He'll be made in 1 year more than the whole team, probably the whole league is worth.
Yeah. But if he's that hungry for attention and the NFL won't give it to him,
I can't see him stooping back and going and play for the USFL.
I don't either. I'm just saying that'd be. I mean, I would if I'm the XFL or USFL, I'd pull all my cancel a team, one of your teams, and put Cam Newton on a team to get that sort of attention. But I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think it's in the cards. But
well, that's all you'll be getting to is attention because the team wouldn't be successful. 2895. So I am in agreement with you. I appreciate it, and because Scott Frost going to Stanford, I did get an opportunity to go to Nebraska. So I will be forever kind of indebted to Frosty. Okay.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to.
Never met Rashawn Jackson. Probably been kicking his butt.
He would have been on the Iowa Hawkeyes, what I hear.
They probably would have.
Yeah, no, we played against you. Listen, we were the same age, so I ran track.
Yeah.
So I had to compete against Scott. You know what I mean?
No,
I ran hurdle.
We're just saying, we're lucky he did take that scholarship because without him, there's no Rashawn Jackson.
Would be no black shirt.
Well,
definitely not on 93.7.
It would have been a black shirt. There probably been no 93.7 or.
That's what I'm saying. 93.7 the ticket. I ain't say that.
No, I probably would have stayed in Nebraska if I never met Rashawn. You know, who knows? Hey, VJ, I got one more thing on this segment. I know I took this segment, but I want to keep it. One more thing I want to talk about, brother. Man, I read, this guy, he's working out at LA Fitness in Florida. And some guys come over there and just start jumping on him. Guess who it was?
Don't nobody want to hear about Snitch 9, man.
It's just a conversation, dude.
I got so many of the text line conversations.
Nobody want to no Texas all day, man.
I'm going through the text. They got good stuff, man. I got to get to some of these. I'm 6'9". He got beat up after 3 years. Okay. Lucky he's still alive. To tell about it.
No, you go ahead and read your text, sir.
I'm just saying, I want to get to some of these because you asked a question and the text line helped me remember this. Remember we talked about Riola being the only coach retained. Offensive line coach. We talked about this, I think, Bach, me and you talked about this. I don't know if Black Show you was there or not, but it only makes sense if the majority of him, because 0410 says O-line. And if you do go look up Coach Rule, he coached the offensive line. He coached the defensive line. He's been a coordinator.
Tight ends, special teams. He's done a lot.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't think Coach Rule is going to limit himself to one position. Now, it makes sense now that he might spend more time with the offensive line because you got a young coach that's never coached college football but for 1 year at a tumultuous situation in time. Now he can learn everything that Coach Rule want to teach Riola. He can put in him as far as the X's and O's, and then Riola's energy can take over as far as the rest of it. But the foundation of Coach Rule's mind in offensive line is there. So it makes it that's what made me think, okay, the whole thing. Anyway, Willie says this. Black shirt be Popeye eating spinach to whoop up Brutus and then bring olive oil back home. This dude right here.
Yeah, Popeye fan.
What is COD?
Call of Duty.
COD.
I can read it then. I don't know these lingos.
Yeah.
We call it COD.
Oh, black shirt be Popeye eating spinach to whoop up Brutus and then bring olive oil back home for a romantic evening of Call of Duty.
Better sit on the couch while I sit in my game chair.
Oh yeah, that's romantic.
Yeah, she can sit behind me. I got a gaming chair I sit in, so
oh yeah,
I don't sit on the couch.
Really?
Really? What?
That's all right. He said that he and Raiola were trained with the same O-line philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Nate said.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. I can tell you what. If this offensive line don't live up to what they're supposed to live up to this year, then we know something's wrong.
Stop for a minute. See. That's where me and you differ at. There's no way that the offensive line of last year will look better than this offensive line. No way.
You're right.
No way. There's no way. I'm going on a limb and tell you, there's no way that this offensive line, when you got to think, when Riola got here, Scott was still here. So Riola had to go with whatever the blocking scheme already was. So if there's a new offense going in and Coach Rule says Riola knows he was trained under the same offensive line tutelage and philosophy that I was. Well, now if Coach Rule is a master and Riola is an intermediate, he want to get to the master's level. Woo! Big Slim says, I may not be able to tell a man what to eat as far as ketchup and steak, but I will be able to judge you for the rest of my life. Big Bubba says, Grant would whoop your ass, VJ. I tell you what, Bubba, you call Grant, set it up. I might come out of retirement just for Grant Winston. And we can make it a benefit or something. Because Terrell Farley's out of my league. Like, I know I cannot beat him running. Although I will race him, though. I'm not afraid. You never know. He might slip out the blocks and not get a win.
That's a lot.
You never know.
Or pull something while he's running.
There you go.
Yes.
If I said I can't beat Terrell, therefore I'm not going to race him, then I would never even attempt to get a win.
Whatever you attempting to say, I'm just gonna say it like this. If I came off that edge 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get that sack, VJ. Okay? I know where you're going, but I'm gonna tell you that, VJ.
The reason why when Coach Osborne was over there doing one-on-ones, you never came over there. There's a reason for that. You didn't come. Jamel Williams was over there.
Strong side. He faces the tight end.
Dave Foreman was over there.
Strong side, Sam. That's called.
You trying to tell me that you never faced a tight end at Nebraska?
I have when it gets shelled.
Okay, then. So then what I said was, you didn't come over there for one-on-one block, sir.
You felt the wrath of T. Farley.
Go at the break block. Jeez.
All right. You're listening to the captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. We have Rashawn Jackson, the 3-time national champ, the All-American, Terrell Farley, and myself, Bach. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
March is a month of good luck. From epic runs in state basketball to watching Cinderella spring the upset in college basketball. And of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No tagline, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is Truck Month at Koppel, and we are pulling out all of the stops for this gigantic event. The lots are starting to fill, and we have some great deals for you waiting in Louisville. Brand new GMC Sierra Light Duty and new Silverado Light Duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel, so do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck, so stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with approved credit.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln by offering a number of services. From group homes for special needs adults to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the intellectual and developmental disability services your loved one needs to live a fulfilling life. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a more rewarding career, learn more about available positions. Learn more about services for your loved ones or employment today at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Are you ready for $0 cost individual employee health insurance? How about company paid life insurance? What about on-the-job paid training? Become part of the Landmark difference today. Join Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, at our upcoming career fairs. Chat one-on-one with our team to hear what it's really like to work with us. Career fairs will be held at Landmark locations March 14th in Fairfield, March 16th in Hebron, March 21st in Holdridge, and March 22nd in Marysville, Kansas, and March 23rd in Beatrice, Nebraska. See more details at www.landmark.careers.
Guys, when I first started with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, I weighed in at over 300 pounds. Now, less than a year later, I'm under 200 pounds for the first time since high school. I'm stronger, I'm healthier, and it all began with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and guided nutrition coaching to help you reach your fitness goals. Their next 10-week challenge begins on April 8th. If you're wanting to change your life like I have, head to theticketfm.com and click on Enroll Now on the homepage. Plus, get a promo code for a discount just for ticket listeners. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Areas of fog this morning, then becoming partly sunny with a high of around 53. The north-northeast wind at around 10 to 15. Overnight increasing cloud cover. Could see some showers move into the region late. A low down to around 33. Mostly cloudy and cooler tomorrow with a high of 49. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Really? It's that James Fonda workout. Gene Simmons music.
That sounds like The Weeknd to me.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, girl, with me. You can see me riding down the apple tree.
All right.
What's that thing you got yesterday?
Kill the music. Kill the music.
Man, woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, didn't he? Just
Oh,
straight evil. What's wrong with him today?
Kill it. Shout out to the Husker women's basketball team. Moving on to the Sweet 16 of the NIT. They play Kansas at Kansas. The second meet, the last time they played, the Huskers won in triple overtime. So for an opportunity to go to the round of 8, I think that's big, and I think you shout out to the coaches and the women's basketball team. Why do I say that? Because I'm kind of in agreement with a texter. 6161 says this. I find it pretty upsetting that this being a Nebraska sports station, that you can sit down to talk about St. John's for a half an hour and then just say, oh, by the way, the women's basketball team won a game in the WNIT playoffs. United States Marine Corps vet. Ah!
Hoorah!
Yeah, hoorah, but I change it up sometimes.
Yeah, you did change it.
Yeah, I'm not a vet, so I sometimes have to give them their respect, not to try to act like I'm one of them, and I'm not. I love them, but I'm not a vet. But I do appreciate that. We wasn't talking about St. John's per se, but, you know, that it deserves them going to the Sweet 16 is huge.
Yeah, you're right.
And we deserve to let the people know that tomorrow they play at 6:30 p.m. Kansas is only, 2.5 hours away?
Yeah, I think Rico's going to the game.
Yeah, he's
Fog Allen.
Oh, Rico was holding out then. He didn't even tell us. He could have told us. That was big news. So we got the black shirt want to talk about 6'9".
Oh, I want to talk about everything.
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Old news.
Well, they call it sports talk. You know,
6'9".
Well, that's called entertainment talk.
Cam, now we can talk about anything, but Cam, do you see what I got behind me? You see this guy behind me?
Who is that?
That's Thomas Fidone.
I'm more concerned about him.
Well, he got to prove himself on the field, sir.
I think he's going to.
Okay.
I really do. I think he's going to have a breakout season this year. I do. Gabe Irvin. I think a guy who's started as a true freshman. When was the last time anybody started as a true freshman at running back? He started the season as the starter.
Yeah.
Amir Abdul, did he?
No.
Started the season. I don't know.
I don't think. Not as far as starting the season. I think that was first in quite a bit of time. I always remember David Horn's freshman season, the best of David Horn.
Yeah, I don't know if he started. And Mike Rozier couldn't have started his freshman year, Scott. Scott Frost, stop just throwing stuff out now, Scott Frost. I gave you a little chance. He's saying Mike Rozier. Mike Rozier came from JUCO, didn't he?
Yeah. Amon Green started his freshman year, but didn't start the year at his freshman year.
Amon Green did not start the job. Start game 1 as the starter for Nebraska.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hope that Anthony Grant, because of his talent, can get whatever he needs to get together in school, being on time, all of that stuff, right? Because
Maurice Washington.
I don't think he started.
I don't think he started as a freshman the first game.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
At some point, I think during that season, he came in and he might have had a start, but he didn't start the season as the starter. Marlon Lucky, no.
So here's my question to you. So Coach did praise him by being one of the strongest guys during the offseason, one of the fastest guys to be at 221. The question is, where's the depth chart? I want to see who's number 1. That don't mean that Gabe is an automatic starter now.
Not necessarily, but the way that he described it too, and as we kind of think about,
but I understand what he said about guys in the weight room. There's plenty of guys that are heroes in the weight room, but when they get on the field, it's a different story.
But what he said too, and I would worry less about Gabe Irvin starting than I would about him finishing, because that's what what Matt Rule said. Is he's a fourth quarter grinded out running back. Their plan, and it's a good plan, and again, it goes back to VJ. You're talking about earlier. How did you guys win in the 90s? And Matt Rule has obviously, talked to Tom Osborne. He's got this philosophy, similar thing where, he said his goal when he was talking about Gabe Irvin is to get 75 yards of rushing in the fourth quarter and to shut out the opponent. That's complimentary football there at the end. Now, sometimes you guys were, you're up by 60 points by the time the fourth quarter came around. So it's a little bit different, but that's the recipe for some closer games too.
Yeah, he went back and watched the old tapes. This is how I know he went back, because when I listened to the roundtable, he made a statement that they got to find a way to get it done. It's not like it was back in the day where you can have a guy like me who's on the backside of a play in a double tight end set, totally disregard the rush in, because I know he's not going to make the play. He's not going to make the play on the outside run to the left. So now I'm running down for that backside safety who's been held up by the receiver. So he's got to watch what's going on here. By the time he looks up and sees the ball carrier coming, guess who's coming to cut him? That's a scary thing, bro. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. To this day, if you let me double read you and you're playing the safety, and I don't have anybody to block, and I'm coming full speed at you from 20 yards away sometimes, I've got options. I can stay up and stone you, because most of the times, how big is the defensive back going to be?
Smaller than you are.
Yeah, well, 200 pounds, 215, a big one, 180. Some of those K-State guys, Chris Canny, itty-bitty dude, 5'8". Oh, my word. When I got a chance, because I got beat up so much by big guys, Trev Alberts, Dwayne Harris, when I was on scout team, when I got a chance to smack me one of them little dudes, bro, believe me, I did it, and I loved every bit of it. Seriously. So that's just I back to this. Appreciate that on the basketball deal. I think that's huge. Sweet 16. I think we got to get behind them. Turn on the game. If you can't go, turn it on. 6:30 tomorrow. Let's get them to the it'd be nice for them to win this thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, the boys basketball team, I think in 96, one of those years, 95, 96, they won the NIT. I don't know which year that was, somewhere between 95 and 96. I think they won the NIT.
Yeah.
And to me, that's huge. You won a championship. That means you have to play these games to win it.
You're carrying a lot of momentum into the next season.
Man, and it deserves to be recognized. So shout out to our basketball girls. You guys go out there and beat them. Here, this is what I always like to say to any Jayhawk. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Rock, jock, J, not in you.
There you go.
Okay, so 4491 sends us something and says, you guys see this? 2023, 24 Heisman Trophy odds. You guys ready for this? Who do you think is the leader?
Who's what?
I said, who's the leader? Who's the best odds to win the Heisman Trophy?
Oh, probably the defending Heisman Trophy winner.
There you go. Caleb Williams, plus 350. Number 2, Drake May, or Mahe, however you say it, quarterback, North Carolina, plus 900. Bo Nix, Oregon, plus 1,100. Jordan Travis. So this is number what? 4, Florida State, plus 1,100. Michael Penix Jr., Washington, plus 1,100. Quinn Evers, Texas, plus 1,300. Brock Vandegrift, Georgia, plus 1,300. Jeff Sims made the cut, plus 4,500. Really? Is that the starter? Is that the thing?
Well, that's the interesting thing. I've seen that from a few different, preseason Heisman odds things. Is Jeff Sims does get some recognition. Casey doesn't. So I think they presume Jeff Sims the starter, and at least from wherever this is. I don't know if this was. I'm not sure where he got this from, but in any case, they must like Jeff Sims tape or something. Seems like a long shot.
Looks like it's just some type of odds maker review or whatever the case may be, but
yeah.
We don't know until we see who's really going to be out there, and I can't wait to see that. But if you're telling me that he's not hurt and Casey's hurt, then he does have a leg up. If Casey's not participating, is Casey participating in spring?
No. He might throw a little bit, but that's not even right now. He's not even throwing.
Well, don't you think that deserves how can you go into a season, into a spring, saying a guy that is Jeff Sims going?
Yep, he's gone.
So then how can you go into a spring or anything going into it with a quarterback that's not even going 100% out there? It's not even going live. You can't do that. So that's why he's on there.
I think especially from the outside, if I'm, we're close to here in Nebraska, we expect a quarterback battle. But if I'm from the outside and I see a new coach come in, go and get his starter out of the transfer portal, I would think, that's his guy.
Sure. 2895 says this: you need to put a smack down on Grant to get your Packer gear back from Daddy Jacked you. Does Terrell still drive around with a Chucky doll?
Still got Chucky doll in the car? Did you ever? Oh, he doesn't know.
Hey!
Where's Stone Cold at? You still got Stone Cold somewhere?
No, Stone Cold gone.
Oh, Stone Cold's good.
Buried him.
You had the Chucky doll?
No, I had Stone Cold.
Did you have a Chucky doll back in the day?
I don't know. It has been so long.
Maybe. Okay, Bryce says this: if Urban takes the starting job back, is it a comeback redemption story? Listen, Dirty Time and the Boys, Scott, Ryan J. We'll get yours more after the break. I'm with
the black shirt.
And
Bach.
Be right back.
Are you ready for $0 cost individual employee health insurance? How about company paid life insurance? What about on-the-job paid training? Become part of the Landmark difference today. Join Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, at our upcoming career fairs. Chat one-on-one with our team to hear what it's really like to work with us. Career fairs will be held at Landmark locations March 14th in Fairfield, March 16th in Hebron, March 21st in Holdridge, and March 22nd in Marysville, Kansas, and March 23rd in Beatrice, Nebraska. See more details at www.landmark.careers.
March is a month of good luck. From epic runs in state basketball to watching Cinderella spring the upset in college basketball. And of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No tag-on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required, as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. If you want to come be a part of a small business where you're family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
Mike Shaver here to tell you that Trek CBD has a new name, and it's Hemp Boss. It's the same product you've grown to love, just a new name. Spring sports are on the horizon, and Hemp Boss has a variety of products that help calm me down during games and on the golf course so I don't go over the top. And they have a variety of options for you to calm you down before, during, and after any event. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Hemp Boss has it all at 84th and Anderman. Hemp Boss, naturally healthy CBD.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Guys, when I first started with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, I weighed in at over 300 pounds. Now, less than a year later, I'm under 200 pounds for the first time since high school. I'm stronger, I'm healthier, and it all began with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and guided nutrition coaching to help you reach your fitness goals. Their next 10-week challenge begins on April 8th. If you're wanting to change your life like I have, head to theticketfm.com and click on Enroll Now on the homepage. Plus, get a promo code for a discount just for ticket listeners. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Are you planting this spring? Make safety your priority. LES requires any landscaping or trees to be planted a safe distance from electrical lines and equipment to give crews safe access. Visit les.com/trees to learn more.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln by offering a number of services. From group homes for special needs adults to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the intellectual and developmental disability services your loved one needs to live a fulfilling life. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a more rewarding career, learn more about available positions. Learn more about services for your loved ones or employment today at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Serious question. Don't get his headphones on over there. Looking crazy. Hey, say, man. I know I'm not in the studio, but you better get it together over there.
That's 2 hours in radio.
Yeah, it's almost over. That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. What team could you see Cam Newton playing on? Ten.
Yeah.
9.
Like I said, maybe Eagles backup.
8.
Probably Tennessee Titans.
7. I just needed to know what teams that you thought this man could go and help right now. Who? And now we at the end of the show. Please elaborate on the 6ix9ine situation. What's your story on that, Terrell?
Oh man, I just seen the video and he got whooped up pretty bad. You know, if you think you can do something to people and rat them out and snitch on them, hey, then you don't have no bodyguard with you. Whew.
What was that like at his local gym or something?
Yeah, it was in a local gym in Florida. They
Yeah.
called him in the sauna. If you're ever in the sauna, think you're relaxing. You better have that open the other house.
That's not funny and that's not cool. But you know, when you saying stuff about people and doing those types of things, I just think that rap life is made up anyway, right? The majority of young people that want to be rappers will never ever even come close to sniffing what this dude has sniffed. But to glorify some of the shenanigans and the tomfoolery that they glorify, I don't like. Some rap is foolishness to me. Anyway, Bryce says, if Urban takes the starting job, is it a comeback redemption story? I don't think so.
He's still rather young. I mean, I don't feel like I wouldn't say that.
I don't think so. I think it's because everybody to me has a clean slate. Scott says, did Lawrence Phillips start his freshman year? No, he didn't start the first game. Calvin Jones did. Lawrence Phillips, when Calvin went down in the UCLA game, he probably should have started, but he didn't. So he didn't start the season as the starter. Calvin Jones did. And Calvin Jones was the starter unless he got hurt the entire season. Ryan J says, hi, Terrell. Do we need to get some ketchup packets? Sounds like the only time he's in a good mood is when he talks about ketchup.
Yeah, we're going to have a bowl of ketchup packages in here for him.
Maybe a box of packets to throw one at him.
I know why you like ketchup so much. When you was little, did you eat a lot of ketchup sandwiches?
No, at all.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some honey sandwiches, some syrup sandwiches. Occasionally, when it really got rough and we spending the night over a particular relative's house, we was in there eating sugar sandwiches. So, it got a little rough around there, but you made a way and you found a way to survive. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm not even saying that, Willie. Willie says, I would love to see that big, beautiful blue star on Cam Newton's head. I would too, so I can laugh at the cowgirls all the way. That would really be funny. I just don't think it's going to ever happen again for Cam. And unless, again, it's the end of the season, somebody needs a quarterback. Robbie in Iowa says, not a Falcons fan, but what about them for Cam?
Again, when you have Desmond Ridder, and I understand maybe like he doesn't have the same namesake as Cam Newton, but they've got a young quarterback that they drafted, I believe, second round. I'm trying to think what Desmond was picked, maybe third round, but a young quarterback that they believe they want to try out. They want to see if they've got their guy. So maybe if you're talking backups, maybe, but again, if you went to Cam Newton instead of Desmond Ridder, you're going to a stopgap, sell tickets, probably not high end type of upside compared to a young guy that you hope can be a real NFL starting quarterback, either for you as a trade piece down the line.
Pecan Pie says Cam to Denver.
Well, Cam is from Atlanta, though. He's from Atlanta, so he might can sign a backup job there.
Maybe. I doubt it, though. I just can't see a team wanting that action, man. That's action. When you get Cam, you don't know what you're going to get with Cam. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying there's not 32 starting NFL quarterbacks that's better than me, even though that's true, say, hey, I just want an opportunity to help a team out.
Yeah. At this stage, you want him to help your quarterback, not come in there and tell him you're better than him. You're going to help develop the quarterback. You got to be the veteran now, Cam.
Yeah, because then that's going to start dissensions. And I don't think Raph would like Cam to Denver.
Shoot, he probably don't like Russell to Denver. How last year went.
Not for that contract.
Didn't they get some good play, some pieces in there and some good coaches?
Well, they got Sean Payton.
Yeah, they got Sean Payton. So that's the hope, is that they can turn that around.
Do you know that Russell Wilson had his own office? In the headquarters, in the practice facility?
At Denver?
Yeah. He had his own office.
They took it from him?
Sean Payton probably did.
Dude, look for Denver to make some noise then. If Sean Payton's there, he's going to make some noise. That's a veteran coach. He said, what about Pecan Pie says Cam to Miami?
They got Mike White as a backup. They don't need Cam.
So Jake can put the two of them together and maybe make it to the playoffs. No, that ain't happening. It's not happening, man. It's too much. It's too much. Cam's over, guys. Cancel Cam culture. It's over with. It's over with. It is. I'm telling you, it's too much. It's too much money, and the risk and the reward is no payoff. If he could still get you a divisional win, then you might bring him in. Oh, but what about that? Why haven't we talked about the Jets quarterback? Seriously?
He haven't signed yet.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't officially made the trade yet, but it's according to Aaron, it's just they're kind of waiting on the deal to be put through so that he will be the next quarterback of the Jets.
Wow. I thought that was huge. I thought it was done already.
No, not quite done, but that when it does happen, and if it indeed does happen, again with Aaron Rodgers off-field drama, you never know. But if it does happen, that division is stacked because we just talked about Miami. They added Jalen Ramsey, Buffalo. That's probably the best team in that division for the foreseeable future. New England's obviously still has one of the, if not the greatest coach of all time. And then throw Aaron Rodgers into that mix. That will be a fun division.
Yeah, you think he'll be able to win with the Jets though?
They were 7-10 last year and struggled down the stretch offensively. I think so. I mean, I don't know. Their weapons compared to the Packers. I mean, he wants them to bring in a bunch of his old, like Randall Cobb, who's probably about the same age. Kind of getting a lot of these guys. I think that he'll certainly give him a better shot than they did last year at quarterback. So, I mean, that's kind of the idea is bridge that gap.
When was the last time? When was the last time that the Jets went back-to-back playoff games?
Probably Mark Sanchez.
Vinny Testaverde.
Black shirt. That's what I was thinking. Vinny Testaverde. I was gonna really be bad and go back to what's my man's name? Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Now Rex Wright had him a decent run there when he was there with Mark Sanchez.
Was he back? Did he really? I missed that part.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up when look at back-to-back playoff wins. Is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
They went to the AFC Championship game in 2010 and 2009 as well. They went to the AFC Championship game. So
that's not back-to-back. Keep going.
Well, that's back-to-back wins they had in the playoffs.
No. When I say back-to-back win, I mean back-to-back years. I mean like 2010, 2011. Sustained, being good over sustained time.
Yeah, 2009, 2010. Each year they
09. Okay.
You went to the championship game. That's been a while though.
Still though, but that's a long time to, like you say, not to have been really relevant. So I hope that him going
12 ain't long. Hey, 12's not longer than 30.
What's been 30?
It's been 30 for us.
It's not 30.
It's not 30.
28.
Last conference championships about what, 24? 24 years ago.
Wait, when was the last conference championship?
For Nebraska, 99. But the last national title game, I mean, you can't skip that, 2021. Or excuse me, 2001. 2021 would be nice.
It's not enough just to go to the game, Bob, and get
Well, I mean, if you're talking about being relevant, being in the national championship game is pretty darn relevant.
Yeah, but I think we were relevant in the Bo Pelini era. Right?
We were relevant, but no, I mean, you're not talking about championships there by the end of the season. Conference championship competition, but not national.
Well, yeah. Well, then if you're talking that, then I guess Terrell's close to being right.
Well, no, 2001, you were in the national championship game.
No, that don't count.
That does count. You were 4 quarters away from winning a national.
First of all, you wasn't 4 quarters away from winning. You was 8. Because we got the you-know-what smacked out of us against Colorado.
Yeah, but they still went to the national title game.
We shouldn't have went to the national title game. We was not in that league at that point in time. Case in point, the game and the score.
Yeah, but there's nobody that year that was going to play too well with that team, probably focused in at the Rose Bowl.
Did USC have a shot that year too, or they was in the Rose Bowl?
Well, there was the way that Nebraska got in is like 6 or 7 different teams had to lose. After Nebraska lost to Colorado, they were like 7th or 8th in the BCS standings. Then everybody had to lose, and they did. Because Nebraska, Colorado, of course, was on Black Friday. A couple teams lost that next Saturday. A couple teams lost in the conference championship weekend, and then it's just like, well, I guess Nebraska. Then I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
Oh yeah, 2001's really kind of clinging on to it, but they were playing in the national title game.
Listen again. If Colorado blew out Nebraska, don't you think Colorado's more qualified than Nebraska to play Miami?
Well, they won Colorado won the Big 12 North, so they won their own division. But they had 2 losses. Nebraska had 1.
I don't care. They beat the snot out of us. Terrell dominates me in knocker ball. It knocks the snot out of me. Are you guys going to be like, oh, no, not really, Terrell. No, you guys are going to be laughing all the way for the next 2 years.
Believe it.
What do you got, Terrell? Water.
What
do you got?
Just a nice, relaxing day, man. Probably going to be up here. DP got us some food up here, so we're going to snack a little bit.
How is it that DP always, or is it that I'm always missing the food when DP come in?
Yeah, that's
It's called people who come to the office every day.
Well, I mean, I got a lot of stuff on the map, man. So I'm here. I'm in the office in sound, and you can see me. So I'm here.
Yep. We'll go outside and I'll throw a burrito your way. Be there in about 5 minutes.
Shout out to Adam Carricker, man. Shout out to Carricker live. He's coming live for a whole hour every Monday, 12 to 1, right after the captain show. Because I'm with
the black shirt
and
Bach.
Hey man, shout out to Easy Go, Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Bauer,
Underground
Brand,
Excavating.
Always remember to be powered
by
Power.
Hey, listen, we'll see you tomorrow. Tough Talk Thursday. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Hug somebody. They might need it. Holler at your boy for 93.7 The Ticket, The Captain Show, The Black Shirt, The Bach. Holler at your boy, y'all.
Go Big Red.